All right, so this is the ultimate flip line cut test we're doing here. So I'm not really an expert on this stuff, but we're gonna try anyways. So I've got some different ones. I've got steel core and soft core. This one's cut resistant, and I'm gonna try nicking them with my handsaw, cutting them with the chainsaw, small saw, big saw. I want to try all the scenarios possible and see what happens. Because the guys are eating lunch. Hey, which one do you think I should try first? The soft core? All right. I'm gonna see what it takes to cut this one with my handsaw. All right, so this is the soft core test with my handsaw. I guess I'll put all my weight in it, huh? That's loose. This is a medium sharp. It's not new, it's not that old. So it's average sharp, I don't know. I'm just gonna see if I can chop through this. Does that sound? Yeah. Let's see what happens. It's kind of scary, man. Is there anything underneath? Here, let me move this axe. It's underneath me. It's gonna fall on that. Fine handsaw test. Here we go. Still loose. I thought that would go through. I'm sure if I rake it, I'll try raking it. It's so scary. All right, all my weight is on this. Yeah, that was really easy. I wasn't even putting any pressure on that. That was just pulling it off. All right. Go.
Not so bad, huh?
Yeah, that.
Woo, all right.
It's pretty quick. That was like what, half a second? You barely touched it.
I didn't even feel the rope.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
It was like there was no rope there. All right, so now I'm gonna try this cut resistant stuff. I would never dream of climbing the tree like this. This is just for the sake of cutting this. Like, look, this lanyard setup is by no means appropriate for really climbing. This is just a temporary thing because I just want to sample cut this little tiny piece of rope. So that's what's going on here. So I would back these knots up too, but I just trying to save as much rope as possible because if I can, I'd like to cut this chunk twice. But I can't stress enough, I would never climb on this setup. But I just want to, if you buy a lanyard, you know, it'll be, the whole thing will look like this. So anyways, that'll work for this test. All right, so flip line test. This is the cut resist. This is, you can buy this as like a cut resistant. It's supposed to be more forgiving with nicks and stuff. So I'm gonna nick it a bit like I did the other rope, and then I'll slide it across and see what happens. And hopefully I'll have enough rope, I'll be able to use my chainsaw. So all right, you ready? Can you see me? All right, all my weight's in that thing. Look how loose that is. Here we go. Okay, holding it pretty well. I'm just gonna, the last one I barely drug it across, so I'm just barely dragging this one across too. Yeah, that's definitely better than the last one. That's
that's 3 or 4 swipes on it.
Quite a bit better, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
And it just keeps going.
That's pretty impressive, man. It's gonna go in each second. Here we go.
I like that part.
The Jake falling down part.
All right.
No. Really
Now let's do it with the chainsaw. Apparently. Okay. It's gonna go any second. Here we go.
I like that part.
All right. Now let's do it with the chainsaw.
Is that the Dave Stice?
Huh?
Is that the Dave Stice cut proof?
Well, it's not cut proof, it's cut resistant. No, it was better than the other rope I did, actually.
I didn't hear a motor. That was a handsaw.
Well, I'm gonna cut it with my chainsaw now, and we'll see.
Oh dear. That was a handsaw?
That was a handsaw.
It lasted pretty good for the handsaw.
It's for science.
Yeah.
Once again, can't stress I would never climb on this. It's just for the test. I just want to cut this rope. That is pretty scary, but we'll be all right. Here's another carabiner.
Yeah, that way you got more room between you and your saddle.
Extend it out on like a chain of carabiners from your saddle.
I think it'll be all right. It's kind of... These are chainsaw protective pants, so maybe that'll help. I'll just not cut myself. So I'm gonna try this one with my chainsaw. All my weight's on it. I don't want to fall too bad, so there's no weight on that. So this is the cut resistant rope with the 200. It's sharp. So we saw how fast it went through the soft core. Let's see how this one does. This one's soft core, but it's cut resistant, I guess. Here we go. Yes. So, yeah, that went through really fast.
That was super quick.
That was indiscernible from the other rope flip line.
Yeah,
all right.
that was pretty weak, dude.
Right?
For cut resistant rope.
Yeah. So now I'm on the steel core. Slack out, so I'm far away from my saw. So this is slack still. Same thing. I'm going to cut through this, hopefully.
Yeah.
Find out NS200T. It is still sharp. I don't think that last one dulled it. So here we go.
I'd really like to see.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
That was what,
Wow.
three touches? 4 touches?
I don't know. I'm gonna try some more.
Yeah.
One more, yeah!
I just don't understand. I hear all the time that
Yeah, what's the speculation
the soft
about?
cores are not any more. I hear that you're gonna cut through both quickly. But I had all my weight on it. I had a 200. It was sharp. It was sharp. And I mean, that was like pretty hard to cut through.
You thought it would be easy, huh?
I thought it'd be a little easier than that. Like I was pushing the chain into the flip line. And the other one, I didn't even feel the rope hit it. This is a kind of a scary test. This one, I'm just gonna take my saw and I'm just gonna cut it straight down. All right, 462 steel core flip line cut test. All right, here we go. That is that. All right.
Dang.
That actually did pretty good, man. I tapped that thing a few times.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna grab the other flip line. I want to see how sharp this thing is, so I just cut my flip line before I sharpen it. It's dull, but it's not. It's not
knackered.
It still cuts though. It's not like I'd expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sharpen it and then I'll do the other one. And let's see what it looks like. I don't know if that's gonna focus in or not. It doesn't look Let me see the top. Yeah. You know, for what it just did, that's really not that bad. That'll actually be really fast to sharpen. Sharpen it real quick. And then try it again. So I actually I'm touching it up. I did shear a tooth completely off. I mean, I'm at the end of my teeth here. Yeah, I am really, I don't have a whole lot left to sharpen here, but I did take off an entire tooth. Otherwise, I'll get the gut will build up.
Yeah.
And like I can sharpen it once or twice without the guide, but I'll start to.
So if you take your gullets, if you tunnel your gullets way out under the edge, and then you use your guide, doesn't it make it a lot easier?
I've never tried it that way.
Dude, try that, because you don't have.
All right, just sharpen this thing, see if this works now. That'll do. That'll be good. All right. Ooh, the big one, the big test. This is the one that I've been looking forward to the most. Nice. All right, so here is the real test. Chunking with the chainsaw, big saw, 46. So what I want to know is if I'm chunking with the steel core flip line and it's up on the back side and I hit it with my saw, what's gonna happen? Obviously, for the love of God, don't do that, but you always look, double tie in, but for the sake of curiosity, I want to know. Gonna cut it? All right, so don't try this at home or at work. Don't try this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do this anyways so that you don't have to. I'll see. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do this so that nobody else has to. I'm gonna cut a piece of firewood and we're gonna see what happens. We've all been in that situation. If you catch a nail or something on the backside, you know, and it loops over.
Whatever.
So we're gonna find out. I'm just gonna pretend I'm cutting a chunk of firewood. I guess I'm not pretending, I am cutting a chunk of firewood. I just sharpened the saw and I'm just gonna cut straight through and we're gonna see how long it takes for me to cut through the steel core flip line. So, well, that's kind of awkward. Don't try that either. All right, ready?
You felt it in your D-rings?
I felt it, yeah.
Oh, I bet you did.
Well, psychologically, I kept thinking, oh, I feel it, but I didn't. But then I did feel it at the end. I could tell. I could feel it in my D-rings, but it felt like I wasn't pushing it very hard because I was nervous. I was kind of feathering it in there.
Yeah.
It felt pretty easy to cut, actually.
It looked pretty easy to cut, except from this side you saw sparks and a bunch of orange.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't really see anything on this side, but that was pretty easy to cut, man. That was a lot easier than, remember when I was cutting it perpendicular?
Yeah. You also worked right into it, like, you know.
I was pretty gentle with it. Like I said, I was nervous, so I wasn't really powering through. I could have cut it faster if I powered through, but I was kind of scared.
I meant like your pressure was constant, other than, you know.
Well, you'd think the abrupt one would cut it. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Either way, they're all pretty easy to cut. You know.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Is.
But I mean, I don't know what I'm really talking about. I can't say you should or should not do anything. But from just my experiments, I mean, these did seem pretty forgiving with the little nicks. You know, the little nicks that you get with the climbing saw. That was pretty forgiving with every test that we've done. And we've done it a whole bunch of different ways now. Even with the big saw, I was able to tap it a few times before it went. So
Yeah.
As far as, you know, any resistance powering through, it seems like there's not really any, well, there is resistance, but you can power through these things pretty easily, but you can tap them a little bit. And obviously this isn't a laboratory or anything, just we're in somebody's yard trying this. But from our experiment, it seems like you can tap it a little bit, and at least you have that little tiny bit of extra added security. You should always double tie in when you're cutting. Not only so that you don't cut this and fall, but if you cut yourself, you can get out of the tree, you know? So you should double tie in, and you should definitely not cut your flip line, but I just think it's a bit disingenuous to say that these cut at the same rate as soft core flip lines. It seems like
those are going to be more sturdy either way. Like the fact that you said you felt it in your D-rings while you were powering through it, you wouldn't have felt that with the soft core.
No.
You would have just been straight through it.
But I did feel a little bit of vibration.
Yeah.
I was looking for that vibration too, though. If I were just chunking, I don't know that I would have noticed that, but I was expecting it. So
yeah,
it's hard to say. All I can say is, you know, don't cut these things. Honestly, like the whole reason that I'm using this to test is because I hit this with my chainsaw. I mean, that one too.
We go through flip lines
and then I retire it.
Yeah.
So obviously, bad example. Don't do that. But I mean, that's how
that's just tree work.
Tap these because
I think everyone's that's been in this industry long enough has done the same thing.
Yeah, maybe.
And
yeah, who knows? But anyways.
Alrighty.
Yes, good stuff. So, in conclusion, what did we learn?
Steel is harder to cut than fiber.
Who would have thought?
You know, I could have told you that before you started the experiment, but whatever.
Steel is harder to cut than rope.
Yeah.
So, turns out. All right. Good fun. Thanks, guys.